Hello YouTube, I am Bowtied Media, and today we are going to review Shawn Wasabi's MANGOTALE. Shawn Wasabi first hit it big in 2013 on YouTube, actually doing remixes and mashups on a MIDI Fighter 3D. For those of you that don't know, that's that launchpad type thing. You got 8x8 kind of boxes or squares sometimes they're circles, as we're going to see with Shawn Wasabi, and they kind of play their own mixes. Everything's got its own sample, but that's kind of where Shawn Wasabi got his, debut. Shawn would later go on to be co-credited as the creator of the MIDI Fighter 64. And this one is a little different because it used Japanese arcade-style buttons for the pads. So no longer is there the square pads, it's actually like an arcade button where you can press and you can really hear it. Up until this point, Shawn Wasabi has used a lot of sampling and remixes, and he's done a lot of mashups, and that's kind of where he's gotten all of his, musical identity from. His style of music is very happy and fruity, and as you can tell, the album's called MANGOTALE. He's also got a song called Lemon, and so the idea of, fruity future bass in that sense, or electro, is very much where he resides and where a lot of his music is produced from. He uses a lot of high synth hits and kind of light-sounding, fun samples. But that being said, this is Shawn Wasabi's debut album. It is 12 songs long and 35 minutes. For this project, Shawn Wasabi brought in a lot of female vocalists to kind of add to his more happy or fruity feel for the entire project. While a female vocalist does not necessarily coincide with a happy or fruity feel, obviously their vocal range is going to be a lot higher on average, and with that, Shawn Wasabi is putting out a lot of lyrics and having them sing stuff that's more, menial, something that's kind of just fun and happy. The style of music that I would consider this project to be would be something more of like an anime future bass or anime electro. This kind of genre is, classified as, again, like I've said, the fun, fruity, kind of uplifting vibe the entire time. All the hits are really light, and everything's kind of just, it almost like brings you joy when you listen to it. The first 8 songs on this project follow that pattern pretty well, and they all culminate in what I believe to be the best track on the album, Marble Tea. Marble Tea is Shawn Wasabi's take on his hit single, which came out in 2015, Marble Soda, which was a mashup of a whole bunch of different songs and used 153 different samples on the MIDI Fighter 64. That video quickly gained more than a million views in the first 48 hours of its release and kind of solidified Shawn Wasabi as one of the premier launchpad producers. While quite short at around 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Marble Soda, I believe, is the best produced and mixed track on the entire project, and it kind of serves as almost a closing of a chapter, which I'll go into a little bit now. Well, the first 2/3 of this album kind of consists of that fun, fruity vibe that I talked about. As soon as Tokyo Tea comes on after, the whole mood of the album shifts. Rather than having the relaxed undertones of the first 2/3 of the album, after Tokyo Tea comes in, it definitely hits a more grittier trap kind of genre. While this is a pretty hard shift for the album when you listen to it, especially after Marble Tea, this track is actually pretty good, and I enjoy it quite a bit. This track just proves that Shawn Wasabi is a lot more multi-talented in other genres than just his kind of classic, fruity, kind of fun vibe. The song is a lot darker, and it even transitions into Love Potion, or the first 15 seconds of it, where it kind of keeps that kind of gritty, darker trap vibe. In that sense, Love Potion actually serves as a great transition back into a little bit more of what the album, the first 2/3 of the album had going. After the slight genre detour, the album kind of concludes back with what Shawn Wasabi is known for in his final track, Igloo. This track ends with a really nice ballad, and actually uses Shawn Wasabi's own vocals. While it's definitely not the best album on the song, it does serve as a good finale and kind of wrap-up outro track for the entire project. While Shawn Wasabi has a very distinct production style, it can often get repetitive at times, and I think when I first listened to a song, I'm like, okay, I know exactly where this is going to go, and where the feeling of it is, but listening to this album front to back was actually a very, very fun experience. The album manages to keep a lot of the same and similar tonalities and production styles throughout the entire album, while still allowing Shawn Wasabi to kind of spread his creative wings. This genre of, the anime, future bass, electro style that I've been talking about has really fit Shawn Wasabi well, and he's kind of proved himself to be a perfect niche for this genre. More so, he kind of embodies a very fun, carefree, almost careless attitude, and that is translated a lot into the songs and even his song titles. With song titles like Princess Peach, Lemons, The Snack That Smiles Back, Marble Tea, You can tell that Shawn Wasabi doesn't take himself too seriously, and you kind of know what you're getting when you first play the album. And I really like that and respect that about Shawn Wasabi, that he knows exactly what he's going for and he knows what his audience is and what they want to listen to. That further cements why I think Tokyo Tea was such a weird detour for what he normally does and how I actually think it worked really well. But all that being said, I think this was a pretty solid debut album. Obviously, I think Shawn Wasabi can improve quite a bit, as this is, I guess, his first real project. But all things considered, I would rate this album a 6. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Bowtied Media. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, why don't leave it a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in another video.